Yo, what is going on YouTube fam? Zach here and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be covering how to get a thicker back with calisthenics and bodyweight training. So with that being said, the first tip that I have for you guys is focus on horizontal pulling exercises. So this includes exercises such as inverted rows, Australian rows, high pulls using rings, or even some banded exercises. So when you're focusing on the thickness of your back, like I mentioned before, is you want to focus on those horizontal pulling exercises. So if you're doing a lot of vertical pulling exercises, that's really going to focus on the width of your back. So one mistake that I made when I first started bodyweight training was just doing a ton of pull-ups and not focusing on any rowing exercises. But with that being said, we're going to get straight into the video and I'm going to show you my favorite exercises for really building a thick back. So let's get into it. Alright, so the very first exercise that I have for you guys is a killer. So this is inverted rows. This is a great exercise for developing the back thickness. This exercise requires a ton of strength, not only in your back but also your core, to be able to pull yourself up to the bar in a horizontal position. But if you're a beginner, this is going to be difficult, but don't worry, I got you. If you can't do inverted rows just yet, just do pullovers. So it's essentially the same thing, but you're just using a little momentum from your legs to help you get up and over the bar, and then this allows you to rest slightly and then just perform the movement of the exercise again.
Just give them estimates. Somersaults for my Benjamins.
Alright, so the very next exercise that I have for you guys is going to be hybrid pulls. And on this, what you want to focus on is scapular retraction, as you see here, and then rather than just pulling vertical, you're pretty much turning a pull-up and a row into one exercise. So you're pulling up halfway, and then as you get to that midpoint, you turn into a row. This requires a ton of strength and will allow you to build a lot of thickness within your back. Alright, so next on the list is one arm Australian rows. Now this is another great horizontal pulling exercise that will build up that thickness. So it's going to require a lot of strength, and by building a lot of strength you're going to build a lot of muscle. So work your way up, and if you can't do the one arm row just yet, just do regular Australian rows. And if you notice here, I actually have my feet on an elevated surface, and what this does is allows me to get my body in a better horizontal position, which is going to be better for building that thickness in our back. Also, a tip I have for you is to play around with the variations. So just don't do normal, do close, and then play around with a wide variation as well. Also, if the rows are too difficult with the elevated surface, just perform them on the ground. Now if that's too difficult, you can bring your legs in, and this is going to make the exercise a lot easier for you. And then moving on to the final exercise I'm going to show you, it is banded high pulls. So if you can, go out and get you some rubber bands, and this is really going to focus on the upper back, mid back, as well as your rear delts. So just make sure you're performing a full range of motion and getting a good squeeze at the top. There you have it. That is my top exercises for building a thicker back using body weight and calisthenic training. Now remember, if you're focusing on back thickness, do more horizontal pulling or horizontal rows, and if you want more width, focus on more vertical pulling. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more.